Rakuten Group is celebrating its 25th anniversary in 2022. To mark the occasion, RNN spoke to key persons from Rakuten's diverse range of global businesses, asking them questions on the themes for 2022, gratitude and commitment. This time, we interviewed Michael Tamblyn, CEO of Rakuten Kobo.
The last 2 years have been remarkable, just in terms of the surge of interest in e-reading, in audiobooks, in e-readers. But I think what I'm most kind of proud of for the team and for the company is the amount of innovation that's been happening recently. So new business models like Kobo Plus, our all-you-can-read service that's now live in 7 countries and really came up just at the time that people were really needing a new way to be able to read. That's opened up a lot of different kinds of discovery of books, so people are reading more broadly in more categories and more subjects than they would when they were buying books one at a time. In addition to that, we have innovation on the device side. So both new formats like our 10-inch Kobo Ellipsa, but also stylus capability for both Kobo Ellipsa and our 8-inch Kobo Sage. So moving just from reading to now reading and writing, which seems like a small change, but actually means that people are engaging with ebooks and reading in a completely different way than they were before. More active, they're annotating, they're making notes, they're really making books their own instead of just reading them. And then the third thing for me is that we have generally been pushing out into new markets, into new territories, and bringing more books and more reading to more people, and that's just central to our mission. We really want everyone to be able to read books wherever they are, on whatever device they have, in as many different languages as possible. So it's been 2 fantastic years for that. We also have some really interesting breakout successes. One from our team in Kobo, Taiwan, who's been able to expand our reach for traditional Chinese content, not just in Taiwan, but now into Hong Kong and to other markets in South Asia as well, and is also one of our big new breakout hardware markets. They've been able to sell a lot of Kobo e-readers in brand new territories, which is really exciting for us. At the same time, the team in Kobo, Japan has been coming up with whole new ways to sell ebooks with their Chappy service. So being able to read books one chapter at a time for free as a way to get people into the purchasing habit and get them excited about digital reading for the first time. Yeah, okay, now I'm all done.
Thank you.
What I'm most proud about with our employees is, we pull them in a lot of different directions. This is a very complicated business at Kobo. So we're creating hardware, we're creating software experiences, we're a direct-to-consumer business that also has relationships with retailers, we're selling in bricks and mortar stores, but we're also selling online. So it's a very multi-dimensional business that runs across many different languages and many different countries. So our teams are pulled in a lot of different directions, and yet they never stop focusing on what's going to make this service great for the customer. They never go away from that core mission of how do I make a reader's life better? And it's their level of creativity and their level of efficiency is so fantastic and so important, because this is such a competitive business. Margins are very tight. It takes a lot of books to to sort of support the company that we have, and so they're always looking for both places that we can save money and we can run more efficiently, and also find new opportunities for growth. I think there are probably 3 things that we're working on right now. One is that We want as much of the work that we're doing to be apparent to the customer. When you're in a large and complicated business, there's a lot of work that happens behind the scenes on platforms, on development frameworks, and a lot of kind of Kaizen and optimization that the customer may not see. So one of the priorities we have is how much of our work can we surface so that the customer can see that things are getting better. Because in some ways, that's our way of communicating to the customer that we're trying to make their lives better. When they can see products improve, when they can see new functionality, new utility, it's a sign that we're thinking about them and we're trying to make our overall experience better. So that's one. The second is we can see that economic conditions are becoming more difficult for many of our customers in many different markets. One of the great things about ebooks and about digital reading is that it's a wonderful way to read when you are trying to stretch your entertainment budget, your reading budget, as far as possible. So it's very affordable. It's something that you can make use of when you're really trying to stretch your reading dollars. And so we want to make sure that we're there for our consumers, even as their economic situations either become more conservative or they're just wanting to be cautious about what they spend. And that's just part of our continuing commitment to customers to always meet them where they are. We did it through the pandemic, now we're doing it here too. And then the third is coming out of the last 2 years where we've been working almost entirely remotely, now figuring out what the new world of work looks like for our employees. We really had the last 2 years to figure out how to make distributed teams, different locations work together as well as they possibly could. Now can we take all of that learning and add into it the great things that office and in-person connection can provide. So how can we really create a new working environment that has the best of both worlds? It's especially important for Kobo because we are a very distributed company. We have teams in a lot of different places. We've never all been in one office, so that idea of virtual connection is something that we really have to work on well. And the better we do that, the better different teams can collaborate together. But if we can add in great in-person connection, that's where a lot of culture and collaboration and kind of the excited feeling that you get about being in a team comes from. So can we put all of that together into one new working model for 2022 and beyond?